Hey Astro Kids and welcome back. This is your July 2020 horoscope for Virgo Sun, Moon, or Rising. And I do recommend this for your rising sign. Before we get into this, I want to mention that I am currently offering an astrology course, and this is currently available in the Facebook private group Astrology Class with Daquan Jones. So if you are interested in that, I will leave the information in the comments as well as the description. So let's go ahead and get into this. So this is your July 2020 horoscope for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And the first thing here that is happening on the 1st of July is that Saturn is retrogressing back into Capricorn. So we have had Saturn here in Aquarius for some time now, giving us this snapshot of our new reality that we will see play out fully in December of this year. And this really has been a shift from our reality being focused in on the government and the systems and the structures and being moved towards the people, the collective, coming together, uniting, joining forces, supporting one another. And so we have felt this big pressure of really the collective coming together to support one another. And as Saturn is retrogressing back into Capricorn, we are moving back into the old reality. And remember that old reality has been broken down with Pluto and Jupiter retrograde conjoined in Capricorn. So this is taking us back to a broken down structure and foundation that no longer serves us. And this is really a test of whether we are going to go back to the old reality or whether we are really ready to move forward into what is of true value and worth. And for those of you with Virgo rising, this is taking place in your 5th house. And so for many of you, you are reassessing what is of interest of you. You're reassessing what brings you joy in your life. There's a lot that is changing in terms of your hobbies, that is changing in terms of your interest here. And so this is really taking a look at those old habits, those old behaviors, and asking yourself, are you going to go back? Are you going to revisit these old behaviors, these old hobbies that no longer serve you? And moving ahead here on the 5th, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn that is the ending of this 3-part eclipse season that started with a full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius on the 5th of June. And then we had that new moon solar eclipse in Cancer on the 21st of June. And so this has been a very intense eclipse season as we had that lunar eclipse in Sagittarius in your 4th house, where there has been a lot of revisiting the past, revisiting your feelings and your connections to home, and really understanding what is of true connection, of true value, of true worth to you, and releasing, letting go of anything that you are connected to that does not bring you the true fulfillment, that does not bring you the true nourishment in your life. And as we have this solar eclipse that entered into your 11th house, it has been a big time of receiving new gains, of receiving new success and new fulfillment in your life. And so really this has been about what is truly nurturing, what is truly fulfilling, what are your true goals, your true expectations, and what is the true success in your life. Leaving behind this instant gratification, and especially here as we are closing this eclipse season with a full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn, sitting here in your 5th house, where this is a big time of letting go of any addictions, letting go of any old hobbies, any old behaviors, any old interests that no longer serve you in your life. And so many of you clearing out old habits, old behaviors, and this is something big that we're going to see when the sun enters into Leo in your 6th house. In your 12th house, is that we are clearing out these old subconscious patterns and behaviors, these old cycles that are no longer serving you. Now, the next thing that is happening here is on the 12th of July when we have Mercury stationing direct in Cancer in your 11th house. And so Mercury, for those who have been following along with these monthly horoscopes, you know that Mercury stationed retrograde on the 18th of June. And so this has been just about a month here that Mercury has been in retrograde and is coming back direct here on the 12th of July. And so this has been really a big moment of reassessing your goals, reassessing your future ambitions, reassessing your friend circles, and making sure that you are being influenced by others in a positive way, in a way that serves you to your highest, greatest good, and making sure that your goals are serving you to your highest, greatest good. And as Mercury comes direct, it will be clear and obvious here as to what friend circles to associate with, what groups to associate with, what people to connect to, what goals, what plans really serve you to your highest, greatest good. For some of you, you are having interventions. For some of you, you are connecting to groups that are supporting you. For some of you, you are planning out new goals and expectations that better serve you in your life. And so we're seeing this big shift that is happening here for many of you where you are reaching new levels of greater insight, of greater behavior. And for those of you who are stuck in the past, stuck in these old addictions and these old habits, these old behaviors, this is a big time of really allowing yourself to clear this out and to allow yourself to receive the support that is needed from your friend circles or from your new goals, from your new plan. On the 20th, we have a Cancer new moon, and this is our second Cancer new moon of 2020. Because remember that we started this eclipse season off with a full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. We did not start the eclipse season with a solar eclipse in Gemini. And so this is going to be our second new moon. That first one being that solar eclipse that forced you into this new space of receiving abundance, of new friend circles, of shifting your goals and your plans. And now Cancer is coming in with this new moon once again, where this is less intense, but this is giving you a second chance to take on this new goal, this new ambition, to connect to new people who better serve you. And on the 22nd, we see the sun enter into your 12th house, where many of you are going on spiritual retreats. Many of you are going inward. You're going on your own journey. You're shedding and releasing, letting go of these old patterns and cycles. You're facing your subconscious blocks. This whole area of your subconscious, of your spirituality, is being strongly highlighted here with the sun in Leo. And this is where the sun is dominating for those of you with Virgo rising anyway, where this is strongly lighting up your spirituality, it's strongly lighting up your subconscious, it's strongly lighting up this desire to turn inward. And so for many of you, you are isolating coming into the month of July. You are seeking spiritual guidance through the month of July. You are secluding yourself in the month of July. You are connecting to a greater purpose in the month of July. You are changing your subconscious patterns in the month of July. So big time to connect to something that is spiritual, something that is serving you on a higher level. So many of you strongly disconnecting to and from these physical patterns and cycles and behaviors, shifting into more of a spiritual space here. And that was your transits. Now we're going to take a look at the cards. And for the month of July, I did pick from the Rider Tarot deck the Connolly Tarot deck, and the Black Moon Astrology deck. So first card here from the Rider Tarot deck is the Devil card. Once again, for many of you, this is bringing up addictions. This is bringing up negative habits, negative behaviors, obsessions, fears, right? There's a lot that is coming up here in terms of your old patterns and cycles, where many of you are letting go, clearing out these old patterns and behaviors. And this is where this Eight of Cups comes in. You must face your subconscious blocks. You must go in and make the changes that are necessary. Many of you trying to avoid this. Going along with that, our next card is the Four of Cups. Once again, many of you trying to avoid the internal work that needs to be done here. And so it is time for you to dive into your subconscious. And many of you, as the sun is entering into that 12th house, you are feeling the pull to go into your own space anyway, but remembering to use this space not to dive deeper into escapism and deeper into addictions and patterns and cycles, but to clear, to face your subconscious, to clear out these blocks and patterns. Next card here is the Two of Cups, and remembering that this is something that you can do with the support of others around you. Many of you can receive support and guidance from others around you during this time. So this is a big time of paying attention to your friendships, paying attention to those who are supportive of you at this time, as you can be heavily supported, heavily guided through this time of letting go of these patterns and cycles that no longer serve you. Next card here is the Ace of Swords, where this is time to think in a new way, in a way that serves you better in your life. Next card here is going along with that, which is the Hermit card. And this is your very own card, Virgo, where this is time for you to take some time to yourself to go on your own spiritual journey, to go deep within, to remove these subconscious blocks. It is time to take some time to yourself. Once again, with that sun in your 12th house, time for seclusion, time for isolation, time for deep inner work, time to take the journey within. Page of Wands. This journey is leading you to a new path, to new behaviors, to new cycles that bring you joy. We talked a lot about how that 5th house is being highlighted, where we have this full moon lunar eclipse that's going on and this Saturn retrograde, as well as Pluto and Jupiter, where this is a big time to transform your hobbies, your interests, your addictions, your areas where you are bringing in joy and pleasure into your life. Is it serving you? For many of you, you are changing the path that you are taking in terms of what brings you joy in your life. And this is for the better, as our next card here is the King of Swords. You are mastering yourself. You're mastering your thoughts, your behaviors. You're mastering your approach to life. Changing the outcome. Next card here is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is faded here, where you are changing your outcome by removing your old patterns and cycles that no longer serve you. Through mastering yourself, through changing your behaviors, through changing your thoughts, your beliefs, your patterns, you are allowing yourself to open up the doorway to a new opportunity and experience here. So big time to better yourself, big time to improve yourself here with the Queen of Pentacles. And going along with this is the Hanged Man, where you are changing your perspective, Virgo. Through this process of clearing, through this process of bettering yourself, you are changing your entire perspective on life. So big moment of going deep within, big moment of flipping things around, changing your whole experience. And this hanged man is of course connected to the planet Neptune. And we have this Neptune and Pisces going on in your 7th house, where how are you being influenced by others? Are others influencing you to believe in something that is not your highest truth? This is a big time of trusting in yourself. This is a big time of not being easily swayed by others in your life, but allowing yourself to go deep within and to look from a different perspective that is coming from this place of deep introspection. Remember that we have that Hermit card and we have the Sun that is sitting in your 12th house here towards the end of July, where this is a big time of deep introspection. This is a time to look deep within. Next card here is coming from the Black Moon Astrology deck, and this is Virgo in reverse, your own sign. Time to flip the script, time to look from a different perspective. And we have that Hanged Man where it's time for you to look in the opposite direction, look from a new perspective. And so this is turning things inward, where it's time for you to look within yourself, to evaluate yourself, to make sure that you are making these internal changes. And so a lot of retreating, a lot of looking deep within here in the month of July for those of you with Virgo rising. And again, you may resonate with this if you have a Virgo sun or moon, but strongly affecting those with Virgo rising. Last card here, last 2 cards are coming from the Connolly Tarot deck. We have the Ace of Cups and we have the 8 of Cups as well. Very similar to what we saw earlier with that 8 of Cups and the 4 of Cups, where this is time for you to do the deep inner work. This is time for you to face your feelings. It is time to do the work to remove these subconscious blocks and patterns. You are blocking yourself from a new opportunity by not fully being willing to take this path, because remember that we saw this 8 of Cups before, right? In reverse, now being flipped right side up, because now it is time for you to face this. So second time that we're seeing this 8 of Cups, where it is time for you to take the journey deep within, to do the inner work, to face yourself. And so that was your horoscope for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising for July 2020. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like as well as a comment. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new content. And feel free to join the group Astro Metaphysical Love and Light on Facebook. It is a free group where you can share your spiritual wisdom, motivational advice, or simply just love and peace. I want to thank you all once again so much for joining. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.